Everyone, welcome to FanDuel, and welcome to another session of the UX meetup, Edinburgh UX meetup, right? User experience meetup, right? Yeah. It's like maybe I screwed up the branding, but fuck it, but we all know why we're here, right? AI, right? AI. Anyway, so. Yeah, welcome to FanDuel. I don't know whether I don't really have a fancy presentation talking kind of like what we are, who we are, and where the toilets are. So you need to rely on my words, I think, in this case. So let's start with the admin thing, right? So there's no fire drills here, right? So let's start with the important stuff. So if there's fire, we better get the fuck out of here. And So the emergency exit is through the way you go to the toilet. Like there is an emergency kind of like room to the on the left hand side. There's an entrance that leads us to the floor from stairs. Thank you, stairs and the ground floor of the building, and we need to gather by the Tesco there. So. Okay, I think I'm better here this way. So yeah, the stairs to the toilet on the left-hand side, down and to the Tesco, so, we all stay alive. So that's that one thing. What else is there? The toilets, actually, yeah. So the toilets are on the kind of by the lifts on the left-hand side, and also again that's the emergency exit and the stairs down. And yeah, what is FanDuel? So FanDuel is FanDuel is a iGaming company. We operate mostly in the US and Canada. We deal with things like sportsbook, casino. Basically, we deal with gambling. So, and that's basically, I kind of put it in a very kind of human term thing here. So, yeah, that's what we do. And what else is there to say? We've been operating since, it's quite an old company, 2008, it used to be. So basically, FanDuel was set up in Edinburgh as a small thing. Then we got bought out. And where it was like, listen, guys, you're going to deal with US. You're going to expand there. This is your gig. And that's what we've been doing. So we operate mostly in the US, in Canada. That's why you might not hear of us here. So, yeah, I think that's that. And I think we've got some talks today about AI from Val and Ben. So it's yeah, I think we are ready. But also, we are a tech company. We also have a UX practice, and here it is. Here is Karis. Karis is our UX person.
I'm not the only UX person.
She's the official title is product designer. So it's but everyone just puts it into the same umbrella, and I've just done the same thing. So fuck me then. And so product designer at FanDuel. So if you'd like to find out more about the practice of product design and so on. Karis will be able to answer questions. And I don't really think I introduced myself. Yeah, I'm Blaze. I'm a product owner here. So yeah, and just that's what I do. Mike, would you like to pick the mic?
I will. Hand the mic to Mike. Hello everyone. Welcome. Hello. Yeah, welcome to UX Edinburgh. Welcome to our May event. I was looking to see, it's great to be back, first of all, in this fantastic venue. Really, really stunning. So thank you very much. I was looking, it seems like only kind of last week or recently that we were here, and I'm reliably informed by Meetup. It was actually February 2023 that we were last here. So great to be back. Thanks very much to FanDuel, and thank you, Blaze, for kind of making it happen. So we've also got, you've probably seen him over there, we've got Alan over there taking photos, and he will be also bringing this event to the masses via the power of live stream. So thanks very much, as always, Alan. He will be taking some photos. If you don't want your photo taken or any photos to be made public, sort of via LinkedIn and the like, via social media, please let me know, and we can make sure that doesn't happen. And yeah, finally, our two speakers tonight. So we've got two fantastic speakers. Second time for both of you at UX Edinburgh. So yeah, thanks for coming back for more. We kind of appreciate that. And yeah, we're continuing on our AI theme from our last meetup. So I'm really looking forward to what you guys have got to say on that. So yeah, without further ado, I guess let's get the show on the road. So I think, are you first, Ben? You are. Let's give a big hand for Ben. Oh, gee. Oh, sorry.
Just realized for the slide, I need to improve the alignment for it. Hi, everyone. My name's Ben. I'm a B2B UX designer. I'm currently working for a material handling SaaS company. And this is my second time to speak at Edinburgh UX meetup. The first time I talked about Tamagotchi. So thanks, Mike, for letting me speak here again, and also thanks to the wonderful host, Fandu. Just quick show of hands, how many of us have watched The Traitors? Okay, cool. I hope you guys are all faithfuls here in this room. So, and if you haven't watched the show, no worries. All you need to know is it's a game about trust and deception. Some people are faithfuls trying to play together, and some are traitors secretly playing their own game. And when it comes to UX and AI, it can kind of feel like that. Are we designing with AI, or are we trying to displayed by it? So today, I want to share two things. First, how can we use UX principles to design better AI experiences? And second, why we, as designers, could actually be some of the best people to design AI products. Oops, it's not working.
Maybe better to do it like in an analog fashion.
Right, I just use here then. Oops, some drama.
Able to help you with that one.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, you need to go a bit more like,
okay.
You know, this is
no worries.
You know, it looks professional, but it doesn't work, you know.
Yeah, we are exposed to so much information about AI every day, whether we are actively looking for it or not. At work, AI has already become part of the core business strategies, and in some cases, even a key selling point. And at the same time, the top AI companies like OpenAI and Anthropic feel like they are in a constant race, keep releasing new models one after another, competing on how powerful, efficient, and capable their latest systems are. Back to 2023, Joanne from OpenAI said something really stuck with me. She said, the model is a product. And it really makes sense now. And if you think about it, if the model is OpenAI's visible product, UX is like invisible glue, the clarity, the logic behind the thing that turns all the complexity, technical complexity, into something beautifully human. So it's not that AI is changing how we design. Design is also changing how we connect with AI. I was a bit tired to do this. Okay. When we connect with AI, it can kind of feel like you're dating someone. It takes time, and it can break really fast. One small mistake from AI, users might lose confidence and stop using it. Just take this classical example on your left. Someone asked ChatGPT, that example was a few years ago. Someone asked ChatGPT to summarize a document that only had a few random keywords in it. Since it didn't have internet access, it confidently made up a summary that made no sense at all. And it's just like someone who pretends to know everything and sounds very confident, and they're just bluffing. And also earlier last year, like in May or in April last year, some people noticed that ChatGPT had become too nice, overly supportive, and a little bit sycophantic, I think that's what it's called. Then later, OpenAI confirmed it and said they would adjust the model's behavior. I'm not targeting OpenAI here, just like use it as an example. So at the end of the day, I hope you can get this meme from the traders. At the end of the day, AI is only as good as the experience it offers users. Poor UX kills adoption, even when the tech behind it is amazing. So the question here for us is, how do we actually design better and best, no, I won't say best, better AI experiences and build the real connections with our users? AI is changing day by day, but UX is still the core. Reward function guides what behavior the model optimizes for. If it's designed well, it leads to positive experience. If poorly designed, it can cause frustration. Reinforcement learning and interaction ground learning are two typical learning models for reward function. So how to understand them? We can imagine training two chatbots. One learns like a dog, the other learns like a human. So we would train the chatbot with reinforcement learning the way we would train a puppy. We give it a command, like fetch information about baking a cake. And it brings back an answer. We give it a trait if it's good, or nothing if it's bad. So the model learns through rewards and punishments, optimizing for what gets the most traits. The problem is, just like a dog, it might over-focus on the traits. It may do whatever to get rewarded, not necessarily truly helpful or human. Now, we will train the other model with the other chatbot with interaction ground learning, and it learns the way human does by having conversations, noticing reactions, and adapting. It says what people upvote or ignore. It listens to tones, follow-ups, and context. It refines its behavior based on real human interaction. So the model becomes more empathetic, context-aware, and user-aligned. Actually, as designers, we are designing a reward system every day. We focus on what truly matters to our users, not necessarily like focusing on dislikes or likes or performance scores. Users expect AI to be either right or wrong, but confidence scores introduce uncertainty. Just take this example from Microsoft Azure. And the system brings back an answer indicating how well it matches to users' queries. And we could use this pattern in our AI feature or product design. We could show or indicate high, medium, low for confidence signals, not just raw scores. And we could offer alternatives when the confidence is low. And we could also explain what the system can't guarantee. So by designing confidence signals, we could help users feel safe. They know the system is aware of its certainty, and we give users control to verify or seek alternatives. I think each of us has a big blind spot in how we think. Our emotions, biases, or even physical limits affect us. So it's very hard to see ourselves completely objective. Like from this news about the impact of AI. It's not just about individual users. It's about a group, a race, people's lives, or even society's security. AI can't be 100% inclusive, fair, and unbiased. But as designers, we could try to design a more fair and inclusive product. We could cite relevant evidence when making factual claims. And we could indicating how well it matches to users' queries. And also, we could design better, design better features or products to show what the system can guarantee. So that AI could be more fair and inclusive and be more trustworthy to our users. So let's just take this scenario as an example. So we are designing an AI tutor for a learning platform. So the AI helps students learn at their own pace, like gives feedback, suggests exercise, and our users diverse. So it's a question for us, what kind of data would you collect to ensure that AI doesn't introduce bias or certain learning styles? Any facefuls here? You guys still reading? One clue is, I think we could collect diverse learning interaction data, like it mentions different ages, learning skills, and different backgrounds or preferred ways of learning. And what else? Awkward silence.
It's always helpful to provide AI with example answers to control the type of answer it collects. A lot of times, it might know roughly what it says, but if you give an example of a right answer, it makes it more likely to give the right type of answer.
Right.
Maybe there's somebody else. We just need to.
Yeah. Anyone else? Peter.
Yeah. It's for me.
Is it giving better context to your specific requirements or the kind of users that you'll have, and you give them a really focused set of data?
I can't really hear you, Peter.
Is it not giving you more specific insights into the kind of customer base and user base that you have? So you're giving it your personal context or your user context or your design need context, rather than just letting the rather than just letting the AI system make assumptions about what you feed it frameworks, you feed it the kind of context that you're working to specifically, so you train it on that context.
Do you mean it's more like qualitative data set?
You're getting closer to your user needs with what you're teaching it rather than just allowing it to, I don't know, think on its cloud and come up with a solution.
Yeah, that makes sense. And just like session notes and also the service, more like personalized data to ask students how they feel about the difficulty, pacing, and the guidance, I think.
Yeah, anything like that. Yeah, just an abstract. I have no specifics.
Right,
Yeah, that idea that is more,
Thank you. Yeah. And we also could monitor engagement metrics by groups, like completion rate, help requests, and also time spent on the platform. We also need to avoid data set that overrepresent one group, so the reward function won't favor one group over another. Cool. I think we all know that learning mental model is how a user perceives a system works based on their previous experience. So when we design AI features or AI products, we need to be more, we can't force users to adapt to AI. We need to design AI that adapt to them. So when we design AI features products, we need to ensure that intuitive interactions and reduce the cognitive load. And the features or products should be natural and predictable because users more likely to trust AI system that behaves the ways they could understand or behave and predict. I think AI is shifting from simply understanding what users do to truly understand how they think. I did this experiment because I use GPT basically daily on a daily basis, and I just asked ChatGPT, like, based on all our previous conversations, guess my MBTI personality. And I think it's quite accurate. INTJ is the same result which I did on the official website a few years ago, but people said it's a scam or something, but it just shows my personality there. I'm not sure how many INTJ people here, but yeah. So that's the power of today's AI. It's no longer just predicting whether you prefer A or B. It's analyzing why you choose A over B. So behind this is an evolving and dynamic process of learning a mental model of the user. So when we design AI memory system, the goal isn't to just record what users do, it's to truly understand how they think. And we should not focus on what questions users ask, but also to how they ask it. Back to Figma Config last year, Dylan said something really stuck with me. Again, he highlighted design is pushing what's possible, and design is more important than you think. I think I really agree with him now, because that's how we transition raw AI power into something people could understand and benefit from. And how many of us have tried web coding, like just build products? Okay, that's wonderful. Yeah, and I think it's time for us designers to transition to builders. Web coding is a quite good example. In February this year, I joined a web coding hackathon. So I built a product which is like feng shui analysis. So it's an AI-powered feng shui room analysis platform. So you could, the platform basically provides different room layouts, and you could customize the layout to meet your own needs, like how your room looks like. And then users could adjust the windows and also the doors, like the location positions. And then they could see inside of the feng shui analysis based on their arrangement. And users can also drag and drop furniture into the layout. And when they see the result, they could also ask for a real person consultants to get more insights. So I just built this product, and they just got good outcome. I won a first place in technical excellence and also a second place in best marketplace. But I don't want to share too much about how I built this product. Instead, I want to share more about what I learned or what I was thinking while building the product. I actually had a general idea of the feng shui app I built even before the hackathon, but I just really lacked of the motivation to start it. The first thing I did was to write the context in Cloud. And you can see this is my first prompt I put in Cloud, but just ignore the grammar there. And I didn't jump straight into building the product. Instead, I start with the background, scope, functionality, and flow, and lastly, requirements. The first task I gave to Cloud wasn't to build the product. It was simply to generate a PRD. So both me and AI could align on what problem we were trying to solve together. And we often think prompt is the most important part in web coding. But I think what matters more is context. Right now, it's so easy to treat AI as a smart assistant. We just give it a command like generate a PRD document, and then get disappointed to its output, and then we refine the prompt again and again. But the problem, the real issue, isn't this assistant isn't smart enough. the real issue is it doesn't understand what you want, your standards, your rules, and also your preferences. So that's a real difference between context and prompt. Context is a shared understanding of what you think and what good looks like to you. And I know web coding is quite addictive. Once you start, you just won't stop. I recently built a mini project. Basically, users could upload their, export their chat history from GPT or Cloud or any AI platform to this platform, and it could generate a dashboard with insights and analysis based on about the topics and categories. I feel like web coding is, you think you're building a product, but actually you are just building yourself. So that's why I think web coding is like a mirror. It just reflects on what you think. And that's my flow for web coding when building products. On the surface, it looks like a linear process, but each block is iterative. I'm not a techie person, so it might sound a bit awkward. One of the first decisions I had to make was just to simply choosing between Lovable and Cursor. But just glad I chose Cursor because once you try it, it's just better. And also, once I ran out of the credits on Cursor, I switched to another product because I didn't want to just pay the credits. But then I switched back again because the other product wasn't that good like a Cursor. So it's like learning for me. And also, it's my first time to use Vercel to deploy a live product. So it's quite fun. As designers, we used to spend a lot of time in discovery and design phases. But now, as builders, we could collaborate with AI much earlier and much more continuously. It helps us move from discovery phase all the way to development and delivery without losing the depth of thinking. So what's next? For the web coding products I built, like the Feng Shui app, the goal was really just for the hackathon. The entire context was shaped for that moment. And also for the chat history analysis insights platform, it was even more personal. I built it for myself. I didn't expect others to use it because of the privacy and security concerns. So the question is what's next for AI builders? If we want to move from experiments to launchable and sellable products, we need to be more intentional about the context, how we structure context. It's not just about writing prompts. It's about thinking before writing, like building context in structure, and also we need to disclose progress step by step and not dumping everything into AI at once. And we need to, like I said, disclose progress and also focus on answer quality. We also need to learn about AI debugging, understanding when something goes wrong. Is the context incomplete? Is the instruction unclear? Or are we simply pushing beyond the model's limit? Being able to quickly diagnose and adjust is becoming a core skill, I think. And lastly, one thing web coding has changed is everyone can be a builder now. So users can switch between similar products instantly. How you communicate and how you distribute what you've built just matters as much as building itself. That's the last page. So just recap what we went through, why designers could play a role of rule maker in AI design. Because AI systems are complex, and good UX could make that complexity invisible. Because trust matters. If users don't understand or trust AI's decisions, they will stop using it. Because explainability matters. Users deserve to know why AI acted in a certain way, just not what they did. because ethics matters. Poor UX could bias users, and that's dangerous. And lastly, because our role is literally changing, we're not just designing screens anymore. We are building systems that learn, predict, and adapt. So in a world of AI, we're not participants anymore. We are the ones designing the rules because the experience is a product now. Thank you. Hope it's not boring.
Are we doing Q&A now or Q&A?
Let's do some Q&A, shall we? Let's do it now.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah.
Questions?
Anyone have any questions or thoughts? Not just questions, reflections, thoughts.
Anyone? Oh, wait. Hello? Okay.
Hello. Yeah, Ben, thank you for this wonderful presentation, lots of thoughts. But I'll just, from my experience, and I would like to, as you built that product, when you are using the AI in different phases, right? And you, as you described, you're going step by step. So my question is like, how much control you are with that product? Whether the product was, the AI tool was driving you, or you were driving it, or, what was your experience and, like using the product, the AI product in with the chat? So what kind of control you are thinking?
Yeah, that's why I said you have to think before you build. You have to have a general idea about the product you want to build. And also the Feng Shui app, I just had that idea I want to build. I'm kind of clear about the functionality I want to build and the user flow I want to build. So when I write the first prompt, I kind of clear, but I want to just generate a PRD to just stay on the same page with AI. And while I'm building it, I feel it's just following my order. I'm not 100% control it, but maybe 90%. It's just following the flow and the user journey I was working on. But also, if I made some context and it just it shows an unexpected feature, I think, oh, okay, that's nice. I'm going to add it to my context. So I think you have to have the control about the product you build. But sometimes AI will give you some surprise. And if it's good surprise, you can just apply it. If it's bad, you can just ask it to delete it.
Yeah, sometimes it gives too many choices, and then how do you filter that? That's what I personally experience. It gives too much choices, and sometimes it's kind of a rabbit hole it creates with their ideas, which it throws at you, and it takes more time basically, and sometimes it disrupted your focus of what you are doing.
Yeah, what do you mean too many choices?
It's like if you are asking with some kind of a visualization idea, or probably the scenarios, what could be the possible scenarios, and then it comes up with different scenarios, and which again you will ask that scenarios, go deep into those scenarios. So sometimes that I felt it's kind of a rabbit hole where it is giving you more and more ideas or more things to ask yourself.
That's why I said while coding is addictive. When I work on a project 2 a.m., the cloud just says, oh, you had to stop, you had to go to sleep. So I think that's on good side, everyone can build product by their needs. But the bad thing is just too many choices, like you said, and I'm literally at top mic, I'm getting a bit anxious. Or I used to be a bit anxious because too many AI tools every day, and the new AI tools emerge every day, and I feel like I have to try all of them, otherwise I'll be left behind. But now I changed my mindset. I would just use the new products released from top AI companies like OpenAI. So, but the other similar products just work similar. Just like when you generate a product in cloud, writing prompts, they would just give you a output with great UI, or they look similar with other products. But I think what you need to be clear is what you actually want. If you just want to build like a useful product, that's fine. But if you want to have a brand identity or personalized product, you have to think before you write the first context, I think.
Thank you.
So I like the approach of using the context and thinking of ourselves from a designer to a builder. But what is your approach because this is available for everybody to generate designs, and if the product is generating designs and coming up with the requirements as this is the screen I want to design or this is the journey, so how do you tackle in terms of from the design perspective?
In terms of what? Sorry?
In terms of design.
Design.
Yeah.
And I mean, as designers, I feel we already have a natural advantage. And like we start with problems, not screens. And we think about what truly matters to our users. And we also think about user flows and user journeys, which directly translate into how we structure context. And also the context is basically like the involvement of how you build the product. And we also like evaluate and iterate. So I think we already have the skills for like building products, but I'm not sure if I answered your question.
No, I got some of the gist of what you are. I agree to the user journey. Those things are our, the key factors that we will think through. But because of this designing or generating designs are available for everybody.
Yeah.
So the other aspects of people thinking everyone can design, but not in the right aspects of user experience or thinking about users and the problem statements.
Yeah, it's available for everyone, but I feel like there are some features only for paid users, and that's good because I feel like compared to as a tool, it's good, it's available for everyone. But some features they're only available once you pay the credits, and you can see the outcome is different. It will understand your context more concisely and clearly. So I think that's the difference. And in terms of design, I feel like basically AI could generate UI now. I think we need to be more careful about how we sell the products and also what you really want to build. Recently, I've adopting using cloud design to redesign our current existing pages. What I do first is to import design system into cloud design. And cloud design is good. I think it's the best tool now, for designing. But after I imported design system into cloud design, it can't fully recognize all the components. So I had to check one by one and also import the other components from our design system to it. And then once I feel like, okay, the design system is clear and complete now, and then I just use the screenshots, and also it would grab some web elements from our current product. I will use these different sources with our design system file to let Cloud Design generate a new redesigned page from our current one. And it looks really good. I think that's kind of the approach we want to proceed for I think that's the future of design. You're not just designing screens anymore. You have to think how you collaborate with AI now.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
One more. I think one more. And last one. Is it last one? Yeah, I think we need to kind of keep it spinning,
Thank you. Hey, I'm also non-technical. When I think about vibe coding, I see kind of not looking under the hood. It's outcome driven. Yeah, you just look at what's it producing and accepting it as you go. One of the risks with that is that when a bug happens, you might not catch it, right? You have to do a lot of testing. I wonder in your journey when experimenting with vibe coding, if you had any moments where you kind of couldn't debug or maybe found a bug too late in the process. Do you have any?
A simple answer is, like once it generates some progress, I'll just put this in cloud, like inspect and review any potential bugs and then fix them.
Okay, so like self-referential always.
Yeah, and it works actually. It works. Yeah, but I don't know much about coding, so like you said, I need to accept what it generated. So that's why I need to write good prompts, not good context. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I've got one actually.
Okay,
That's
cool.
right. Yeah, just wondering in kind of your explorations whether there was any time when the kind of AI really got things wrong, and if it did, do you know why and what you did to get it back on the right track?
You asked me a really hard question.
Sorry, that was my easy one. I had 2 questions. That was my easy one.
Yeah, joking. When AI goes wrong, yeah, that's a good question, because I was thinking, oh, AI did this right, and they just work in a right way. But when something goes wrong, I think, oh, like that example, it buys users. And if you just trust AI, and it would just cause a disaster, like especially on human, I'm not sure about the word, like a human, let's say, like it would bias users because it just like trains based on what information data you fed to it. So, and that's dangerous, especially when it's not visible. So I think that would affect it. So.
But in developing your app, you didn't.
Oh, developing my app.
You didn't find it going in the wrong direction or anything like that. You were quite happy with what it was coming out with, or?
Maybe because I was more clear about what I wanted to build, so I write prompts or context by layers, and I just gave it like a clear user flow. And then for the first result, it was okay. But then I just realized, oh, it needs more functionality or needs this or that. I think mostly it just goes the right way. For the wrong way, it's just like sometimes it just doesn't follow closely to my like context. So you had to train it or just tell them, oh, you had to do it correctly and just like just follow the context I put in there. Yeah.
So you'd have to sort of get it back on the right track.
Yeah.
But it didn't go radically in the wrong direction.
Yeah, and also I just feel cursor is quite good too if you want to wipe coding. I tried the other tool, which is similar to cursor. The same context, but different output. So I think it also depends on what models they have from the AI companies.
Thank you very much.
So you have a second question?
No, that's fine. That one can wait till the pub.
Okay.
Yeah? All good? Yeah, I think that's us. So where are we now? 1/4 something like that. So yeah, 1/2 back. That sound right?
We're taking a break.
Let's take a break. Let's take a break, yeah.
Take a break then.
Thank you.
All right.
It's